I came into the seminar already with an established business, and have been totally surprised at we thought we had our act together, so to speak, doing all of our own systems, and I've been coached before in the past, but I'm realizing now that we've got blank spots in our assembly of our company. We could definitely be doing a whole lot better job with it. And what I'm finding is ways to plug some holes that I didn't even know were there, but they have become pretty obvious through the instructions for the last couple days. I've got a feeling I'm going to take back a whole lot more than what I thought I'd be taking back from this series, and I'm very happy to be here with it. A couple of the big things are variance reporting and how important that can be to my company, to every company, to help track where you are on a daily basis. So I'm not waiting at the end of the job to figure out if I've made money or not. One of the biggest things yesterday was the marketing ideas and instruction we received. Marketing is the lifeblood to my company. Without marketing, we have no phone call, and without phone calls, there are no jobs. So I picked a lot of stuff up from the marketing yesterday, but it's been a very big learning experience for me, already being an established contractor, that you can always learn. And I'm in here trying to fill my cup with as many details as I can. The amount of holes that we do have, which we need to get into, it'd be not quite sure how much money we have let go because of systems not being current and up to date. But I would imagine it could run into thousands of dollars on a job site. I'm beginning to understand why jobs that I had figured would go very well did not go very well, was something I could have kept track of throughout the process of the job, or I would have had a chance to correct it. Instead of waiting to the end when there is no correction, you're stuck with the bottom line. One of the few things that came from just this morning was the importance of keeping up with it on a daily basis. Though you've got a way, if you discover a mistake that has been made, and everybody makes mistakes, that I've got a chance to make that up before the job ends out with a change order that may come in from the customer, or being able to recycle a sub to do different materials on that job site to help recoup some of the things that I had lost up front from bad estimating. So I've learned different techniques today to look for safeguards for something that I was kind of hoping my systems were in place to do originally, and I'm finding that they were not totally total. So my percentage of accuracy was not as accurate as I thought prior to coming to these seminars. Marketing is something that is like the blood running through your veins. If you don't have it flowing correctly, things aren't going to happen totally the way that you want them to happen. We do a lot of different types of marketing, and what I've found by tracking, which is what we learned here yesterday too, some of this we are doing, and tracking the raw leads as to where they're coming from is a very big deal, because you want to know where your money's being spent. And a very good point from Jack yesterday is you'll be able to see if things that you thought were doing really well, that you're putting a lot of money into for marketing, may not be producing the leads, the quality of leads that are the type of person you really want to be doing work with. And you may need to move some monies to a different avenue that is producing those leads. We've learned through Jack that our referral base is a large source that's there. They already know your work, they're already happy with your company, and whether they're doing a second or third job or just referring to their friends and neighbors and relatives, that's a great source for additional work coming down the road. But I think one of the biggest things I heard yesterday was marketing is something you have to do 365 days a year. It's something that's got to be ongoing. You don't wait till you're out of a job, no work to do, to go try to bump up and do some marketing, because it's a continual process that you have to keep up with all the time. I think somebody said yesterday it's like pumping a well with water. You got to prime the pump to get it to go. That's when you start marketing, and over time the water comes out with little effort. But if you stop pumping that pump, the water stops too. So the marketing has to be continual. They presented so many different ways yesterday of marketing. Every market's different. Every company has a different clientele. There's ample ways to do and get the job done with what you need to do if you take the time to look at it. And they gave a very good presentation yesterday for marketing.